Yo, what's good guys? Welcome back to another live here at Trader's Journey. We're gonna be going over some crazy plays, crazy trades for the new week. Hope you guys get a ton of value from this live. The last live was insane. The guys, the team we have here are crazy. So I really appreciate all of you. Really appreciate you guys watching, supporting the channel, and you guys. We're trying to give you guys the most amount of value. So. I appreciate all of you. Appreciate all of you joining. Let me know who's here in the live chat. Interested to speak to you guys. Ryan Rose, thanks so much. I'm good. I'm having a good weekend. Working hard as usual. We got Davids on 831. Hi, welcome. Hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. I'm working. I don't take weekends. Weekends are opportunities, aren't they, guys? Hello, Talina. How are you? Thanks for dropping a message on Instagram, guys. I really appreciate it. I've just linked it there as well if anyone's new. Ronald, how you doing? Ronaldo, sorry, got your name wrong there. Ronaldo, yeah, SOS. Man, I don't know if you guys want me to keep talking about SOS. Some of you are getting bored, so I'm hoping to mix it up a little, give you guys something fun to talk about. Something more interesting. We've been going ham on SOS as of late, and hopefully give you guys some newer plays. Great, guys. I'm glad you guys are doing well, man. We got to stay safe right now. Things are crazy. We got Jifku Dennis. Hello. Hope you're well. I think you're new to the live. Welcome. Hope you're good. So yeah, guys. I know CCIV, SOS. You guys tell me what do you want to see and what do you want to talk about? Because I'm happy to talk about SOS. Hi, Alina. No, you're not late. You just joined. Alina, you're good. You're good. If anyone's watching here, leave a like on the live. It would be much appreciated. It does help the channel out. I'm not sure about this YouTube algorithm thing, but apparently it does, so I'd really appreciate it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys want to talk about. I'm happy to talk about SOS and CCIV, but I know I've been going crazy on the videos with CCIV and SOS. So you guys tell me, what do you want to see from this live? Because I want to find some new plays for you. I know generally at this time of the day, during the week, this is when I'm looking for the new plays, new trades for the week. Like finding some new trades, and that's how I like to do it. But if it's up to you, this is your time as well as mine, but you guys are joining me here so we can talk about everything. Thanks, James. Hello. Happy to have you here with us. Thanks for the message. That's really appreciated, man. Chauncey, welcome to the live. I haven't had you here before. The contender is back. Man, the contender, you always are here supporting. I really appreciate you. James Awkward, welcome. SOS is good, but looking for other plays. Great. Okay, so James is looking for other plays. What are you guys interested in? Leave a like on this live. I'm answering everyone's questions. Talina, SOS weekly and monthly predictions, maybe. Yeah, happy to do that as well. David's on. Let's touch on that then briefly, guys, because I know you guys want to talk about. You want my opinion on SOS. I've been going ham on it. We'll touch on it very briefly, and then I'll try to move on and find some other new plays. James Awkward was his SOS was his first play, and big congratulations to James there, who successfully got into SOS. Ryan Rose, eating some lunch. Any good idea stocks? IDEX, actually, yeah, I love IDEX. Idonomics, great stock. What are you feeling this week? Okay, cool. So we got some mixed feelings there, mixed opinions. I'm going to give you an opinion here on SOS, where we go from here, and then we move forward. We find some new plays, we find some new stocks. We can get into some questions as well, some Q&A in the live chat. I don't ignore anyone here. I answer everyone's questions, so don't be shy. Introduce yourself, say hello to the team, and yeah, just ask me anything you want in the live chat. My time is your time here, and we're going to make it as valuable as possible for you guys. So SOS, here we go. SOS. Okay, so you can see from my chart here, we've just breaking a key resistance area, which is 735. Who asked the question? I want to mention who asked the question. I like answering questions by knowing the person's name. Who was it that asked the question? Who was it? Talina. It was Talina. Sorry, Talina. Okay. Talina asked, what was the SOS weekly and monthly predictions? Maybe. So Talina, I would say just after this live, go back and check the video which I just posted literally 15 minutes ago. I go into some wider details, fundamental analysis, which I haven't covered on the channel before. So hopefully that helps you out. But just answer Talina's question. SOS weekly and monthly predictions. Okay, so in the next week, here's what I need to happen. I need the rallies on cryptocurrency to sustain themselves. I need the rallies to continue on Bitcoin. I need the rallies to continue on Ethereum, and that will sustain the growth of this stock. Because right now, guys, believe it or not, these crypto mining stocks are directly affected by the cryptocurrency prices. So if we don't see Bitcoin sustain the level it's at the moment and retain that level, and if we don't see newer highs or new momentum building in the markets, we may see we may see pressure drop. So there's two things here. We're breaking 735, so my next profit target is 886, right? To sustain the momentum here and not catch any resistance. It looks like it did already find some resistance there, and after hours at 775. So that's the price I want to be watching for next week. If you guys aren't in the stock and you want a short-term play, for me, I'd be looking personally at 775 as a resistance area. If 775 breaks, we've got a clear runway here. Very clear runway to 886, right? Ronaldo says here in the live chat that SOS will 10x. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to throw out some. It does sound crazy to a lot of people to shout 10x, and I know a lot of people are saying that. I did say 10x on my first video on SOS, and I still stand by it. But at this point, there's a lot of things we need to tick off. There's a lot of boxes to get ticked before we see SOS reach its new highs continually. One of the things you guys know from my previous videos is SOS is waiting for the mining rig. So we need, in the next couple of months, we need those mining rigs to get delivered on time. Once those mining rigs get delivered, investors are going to step in and say, okay, we've had confirmation that their revenues are going to grow and they have the equipment to start mining this cryptocurrency. They've only had one installation of deliveries. So in the next week, I highly believe it's going to get to 886, right? But the only way it's going to get there is if we get continued buyers in the market, and the only way we're going to get buyers stepping in the market is if we have cryptocurrency. I'm going to be closely watching the news on cryptocurrency. Put it that way, guys. Put it that way. As long as cryptocurrency gets some more news and there's more buyers stepping in for cryptocurrency, there's a direct correlation. I think you guys understand that. So, but you can see from my historical price point, 886 is a very clear one way. Are you guys happy with that? I'm sure you guys are. Ronaldo says it's not crazy 10x. Absolutely believe it. SOS has more to offer than Mara and Riot, clean energy, crypto. Yeah, insurance, healthcare, in fact, as well. Artificial intelligence, disruptive technology. Exactly. I don't disagree, Ronaldo. I really believe that as well. But at this stage, you can understand, Ronaldo, from my perspective, I don't want to be shouting 10x at this stage. We've already made a nice move up here, guys. I'm up 180% at the time of speaking. We've already made a nice move. So for me to throw out a 10x at this stage, and you've done some financial analysis, then I'm with you. Peimeng Kwong. I love pronouncing new names, guys. And we got Peimeng Kwong. Hi, would the new placement on Feb 17 cause a pullback or price drop? It's a good question. It's good question. Let me see. Let me just tackle this question here. Ms. Rules. I would take some time before we all realize that they are mining using renewable energy. They've got a huge... Yeah, absolutely. But Ms. Rules, I would like to tell you this, that there is several other mining stocks that are doing the same thing. This doesn't make them extra special. This does not make SOS extra special, because there's tons of other mining companies doing the exact same thing. Yeah, so that doesn't make them stand out in any particular way, in my opinion. James Awkward, I like Zom as well. Excited about 225, but looking to get back in. Yeah, for sure. Zom is great. Guys, that's a great stock. If anyone's watching this, make sure you leave a like, guys. We got 16 here, 29 viewers. I'm answering your questions, man. I'm answering them. So I'd appreciate if you could just leave a like. That would be more than enough for you guys to do. Stimulus is coming, more liquidity is going to be huge. Ryan Rose, stimulus isn't always a good thing. One of the things I've been telling the members about, something I've been reading in the papers this past day is, we are in a very interesting time in the US markets, guys. We're in a lot of analysts are saying we're overextended in the markets. We're running the risk of overheating the market at this point. Tons of people throwing money in the market at the moment, and that's not always a good sign, guys. That's not always a good sign. That's very worrying. A lot of platforms, a lot of trading platforms have reduced their exposure to offering traders margin. Now, when that happens, that gets a bit worrying. Why would a platform reduce its margins offerings to its traders? Because it's more concerned about the volatility of the market. There's so much I can talk about this for ages, guys. There's so much information there, but the markets are getting me slightly concerned. We are definitely overextended on SPY. Jelmar says, what a surprise, live in the weekend. Yeah, Jelmar, we do Sundays, man. Saturday is probably my only day off, guys, because I do want to catch these plays for the new week. Janos says, what do you think the likelihood of gap fill of prior high? You think the 5-hour offering will affect the company? Which stock are you talking about, Janos? Ronaldo, I sold a few Tesla shares for SOS. That saves a ton. Wow. Well, I'm not at this price level on Tesla. A lot of people are still bullish, but I'm sitting on the fence here. I'm neutral. If I was the analyst and I had a rating on Tesla, I'll just be hold, neither buy nor sell. S&P 500 year to date 6.5%. Yeah, exactly, guys. Listen to Mr. Bongman over here. He's a member of ours as well. Speak to Mr. Listen. Mr. Bongman is onto something. S&P 500, right? I think he misquoted it there, Mr. Bongman. I got 4%. Maybe you're right, 6.5%. S&P 500 year to date, we're 14th of February, and S&P 500 has already captured a return of 6.5%, right? Or 4%, because I read 4% just yesterday, Mr. Bongman. So if S&P 500 historically returns roughly 10 to 12% return year on year, and it's already 4% up within a month and a half, guys, that tells you we're overextended. We're expecting a correction. Let me pull up the chart here on S&P 500 SPY, otherwise known as SPY. You guys will understand what I'm saying, because I want you guys to learn and take this on board, because it tells you something. If SPY averages 10% year on year and we're already up 4% for the year, expect a correction, guys. Expect profit taking. Understand the psychology of traders here. Anyone invested in the SPY S&P 500, they'll be like, okay, it's already up 4%. As a long-term investor, you would start getting concerned here. Think, okay, this is overextended. Guys, let me show you something. See, this is SPY right now. Let me just remove the Fibonacci levels. See, this is SPY right now, guys. This has been an upward trend, like a consistent upward trend, even with these pullbacks, since the 5th of November, right? It's been in this upward trend for a long time, and SPY has been known to make these small corrections every now and again. So my point is that in this climate, in this economic climate of the US economy, SPY, with the jobless claims, all of that combined, guys, we're in some scary waters right now, right? So I would say watch out. You have to have these price targets, these price levels on your charts to understand when a sell-off is imminent, so you can protect yourself, right? So I don't want to get too much into that because you guys have some questions. Let me go back to the live chat, see what's going on here. Jose Lara, any opinions on DNMR? Bought a few early January just for fun, and it actually making some decent gains. I don't trade for fun, Jose, so I'll need to look into that in more detail for you. So bear with me whilst I just go back to these other questions. David says, does not matter how quick they're mining. If Bitcoin price goes up, will lift the stock price up too. Exactly. It's a very good point, David. Very good point. Alina G says, if people had between ZOM and SOS, what would be your choice and why? Ooh, mine would be SOS. Definitely SOS. Yeah, that's a no-brainer for me. Did you hear about MGC Pharmaceuticals? No, I didn't. The contender misrules. As far as stock market goes, in my opinion, we're left with either global adoption of crypto or just continue inflating USD when end up with head-on collision with the economy. Yeah, that's a good point. I like that. Ryan Rose, have you heard Kathy Wood's ARC seminar? We are in tech deflationary period due to the high tech. Exactly. We're potentially in the tech bubble here, similar to the .com bubble, guys. If you are aware of that, not sure how young or old you guys are, but the dot-com bubble is something similar is going on here, like a tech bubble. We're seeing a tech bubble here, guys, and S&P 500 is purely being sustained by the tech company growth, shareholders stepping in the market. I think we're at records amount of money pouring into the markets, guys, since like early 2000s. So you can understand you can argue, I'm not going to say we're in a bubble because that you can argue for either side, but arguably we are in a tech bubble here. And there is going to be a correction. Whether it happens this year or next year, there is going to be a big correction. Usually with these types of things, we're waiting for a trigger in the markets. Coronavirus being the trigger back in March. You can see in S&P 500, we had that big sell-off, right? February, March time. That was coronavirus. So we potentially will need a trigger. For me, I thought, we had, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, the election going on. There was a bit shaky. It was a bit shaky in the markets. Hence these small corrections, but there will be a trigger for sure there will be a trigger. HCMC, I'm watching it. Talina, I'm watching. There's a lot of hype on HCMC, guys. Perhaps I make a video on that for you guys. Would you like that, Talina? There's a lot to talk about on HCMC. Zaid Isa, is it too late to hop on SOS? I would recommend you watch the last video, Zaid. There I do touch on it. Okay, if you're not in SOS right now, do not go in heavy, guys. Do not go in heavy. Wait for some sort of pullback. Don't jump on a train whilst it's moving. Guys, don't jump on a train whilst it's moving. You got it? Quran recitation, welcome, man. Nice to have you with us. I'm planning for ASOS. Ooh. ASOS is a UK listed business and they've just bought out some brands. Maybe that should be on my watch, guys. Oh no, he's talking about SOS. Watch that after this live, guys. I'd highly recommend watching the last video. Guys, let me tell you something right now. This should benefit you guys. Guys, can you guys leave a like on this live? Come on. You guys know how much value I'm giving you here. Make sure you drop a like here. Help a brother out. We're answering all your questions. So, guys, I do my own analysis for intrinsic value purposes. Let me see if I can get the here it is. Can you see this, guys? I think you can see this. Okay, this is SOS, right? Stock valuation. I do my own analysis here. Can you see this, guys? Fundamental analysis. I do my own analysis. I understand what is going on their income statement and balance sheet before entering the trade. Now, this company SOS up until end of 19 have been a loss-making company, guys. We're only starting to make the gains now, and they have a forecast of 3.1 net income here. Right? So this is good. They're just moving from a loss to a profit. As I mentioned in the video I just posted, look at the restructuring that went down on SOS. Are you guys seeing this? Guys, are you seeing this? They had 2,500 employees, guys, in 2018. They now, in 2019, had 163 employees. What does that tell you? There is a major restructuring. They are trying to improve their operational margins, profit margins there, and they're trying to change the way they do business. And that is a good thing, not necessarily a bad thing, right? So this restructuring that's going on, I'm interested to see what this number is in 2020, because I'm sure they've hired some new people. From what I've read, they have hired some new people. Geez, 36 people and only 28 likes. That tells me something, man. You guys, hopefully you guys are learning something here. Yeah, Nokia. I'll go on to Nokia in a second, guys. Yeah, definitely going to Nokia. There was a bit of a meme stock there, guys, but it has a future. They are involved with the 5G networks. They've got a deal with Saudi Arabia to install 5G networks. So I have been reading on Nokia. I hold Nokia myself, guys. I hold Nokia myself, so I know there is potential there, but it's more of a long-term investment because they are moving to a B2B model rather than a B2C model where they used to sell phones, mobile phones back in the day, right? But I digress a little. Let's go on to this. So I think I'm interested to see where these numbers for SOS lie. They have a financial year ending 31st December 2020. They have said that they're going to experience 451% growth from 2019 to 2020. So we're just waiting for their financial statements to be released here, guys. And then for 2021, the current financial year, they're expecting a 286% net revenue growth. This is SOS, guys. This is the amount of research you guys need to be doing before jumping in stocks. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to social media. Do this research yourself, and it will really, really help you guys. James Awkward says SOS cost is going to flatten and the revenue moving up. Cash flow will improve and investment will happen. Exactly. James Awkward has done his research, guys. Shout out to James Awkward. He knows what he's doing here. Look at the cash and cash equivalents has dropped from 17, 18 to 19, but I expect this to jump up for 2020. They have, in 2019, they had roughly a ratio, asset to liability ratio of 1-to-1. I'm hoping that position improves. I'm very much hoping that position improves. I'm expecting a huge amount of assets here as they bought the rigs. Maybe their liabilities have increased, but I'm expecting their assets to outweigh their liabilities. Piponen, which is one of my members here. Hey, Pipon. Am I pronouncing your name? Is your name Piponen? Because I'm in the Discord, I'm calling you Pip, but I don't know what your name is really. I'll call you Pip for now. Hey, when will they release their statement? Is there any news? Let me check for you, Pip, because I know I tried to check earlier, but I can't remember when did they release their earnings. Let's have a look. SOS. Philip. Okay, I'll call you Philip. Thanks, Philip. SOS Financial State. SOS Limited. Let me go to the investors site. That would help. Keep those questions coming, guys. I'm going to answer them. Just bear with me. But Pip is totally fine. Okay, cool. Fabio. Hi, have you checked DF event? No, I've got some plays for you guys, so don't you worry. We're gonna get into that. HCMC, Harris, kind of fine. Okay, let's just find when are SOS releasing their results, because that is going to be crucial. That point when SOS announces what its financial statements and its results, that is a very crucial area, and you guys need to take note of that date if you guys are invested as well. I should have checked this earlier, so just bear with me. I'm just finding, so you guys can see the fundamental analysis. What I do, like, I try to find the intrinsic value of the stock using some financial modeling here. I can't do it with a stock like SOS because there's just not enough data there. There's not enough information. And the reason why I can't find the intrinsic value or calculate the intrinsic value for a stock like SOS is because of the fact it's growing so quickly that for me to create a forecast, it just won't hold any weight because there's so much buying going on in the markets. SOS was the third highest volume traded stock on the markets in the US on Friday. So that tells you something. The amount of buyers coming into SOS, I can't find a financial Alina G, I showed my members how to do that. So message me on IG and maybe we can sort something out. I've pinned the message to my IG there, so drop me a message and we'll take from there. But listen, guys, I can't calculate the intrinsic value of the stock for SOS because it's such a high growth stock, right? It's such a high growth stock that the fundamentals which I use, the technicals, the financial ratios which I use won't give me an accurate reading of where I see this stock going. I can use obviously future cash flows, net present value of future cash flows. I can do that, but then trying to factor that into the share price is pretty difficult. I can do it for the likes of Amazon, Apple, the established stocks, but doing it for a stock like SOS, which is why you're seeing in this Excel file, I've kept it very brief. I've kept it to the main points. Why it's such a growth stock. You can see the income statement. You can see the growth here. Yeah, although, guys, one of the points I want to mention is look at their revenue. 18 to 19, their revenue has dropped to March 19. So you want to keep I want to see what happens with the December 20 financial results. Geez, where I need to find these damn. Okay, here's I'm on the investor site. Let's see, when are they announcing results? When are they announcing results, guys? Anyone else know when they're announcing results? Leave it in the live chat. I'm trying to find it right now. I'm going to raise capital in the market and any idea the target time. Yeah, that's for sure. They have some direct offerings going on there. James Awkward, I'm sure you've seen it on the news. I'm guessing they'll do a new round for sure of injection of capital. I think they'll probably wait till after they'll announce it probably at the same time they announce some results. I'm trying to find it, dude. Oh, okay, here we go. Guys, are you ready? So okay, it looks to be SEC filings. Here we go. Okay. It's probably going to be, guys, it's going to be first week of March. SOS earnings, first week of March. Keep that in your diaries, guys, because that's going to be a crazy week. SOS earnings will be first week of March. That's how they've done it historically, and I expect it to be the same. Guys, come on, leave us a like. Yeah, Talina, look at Talina, man. Come on, I want to pin that message because Talina is, he is the man. Talina is the man. How do I pin this? Replace pinned. All right, Talina's message, you pin that. Well, who's going to be the moderator today, guys? I'm going to have to allocate a moderator. Who's going to be the moderator today? Hands up, who wants to be the moderator today? Because I want to allocate that to someone here. And you guys will get a personal thank you on Instagram as well. Hands up, who wants to be the moderator today? We got James. Revenue is lying down. Yep, exactly. James, you hit the nail on the head there. That restructuring is exactly. That's a very good point. Let me just see something. Operating expenses. James, awkward. Okay, yeah. Operating expenses like halved basically. So that's, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Sorry, I'm with you guys. I'm with you. Because the employees dropped to 163. So a large chunk of their operational expenses here dropped. And that's mainly down to the fact that they've removed some employees. So should we still buy into an SOS? Yeah. Look, guys, I can't tell you when. I've been talking about, guys, a lot of you are pretty late to the party. And I don't like joining a party when I'm late. Okay, guys, who likes joining a party late? Who likes joining the party late? I don't like joining a party when I'm late. I want to get there early, man. I want to get to the party early, meet everyone, shake some hands. Roger Wellington, another veteran of the live. Roger, what an entrance. Roger, what an entrance. We've been waiting for you. We've been waiting for you on the lives because you've been a long time follower of the channel and the live. So I appreciate you, Roger. But guys, who would want to be late to a party? I don't want to be late to the party. I want to make sure I meet everyone there, shake some hands, meet some old friends, and unfortunately you guys here asking about jumping into SOS, you're a bit late to the party. Let's just say that, guys. You're a little bit late to the party. So if you're late to the party, you need to make sure, you need to someone needs to welcome you into the party. And you know what? You know how you're going to be welcomed into the party here is by buying the dip. That's your entrance to the party, guys. If you want to yeah, for sure, Roger, for sure. There's tons of growth here. There's tons of growth. The amount of institutions in here, the amount of people so bullish on the stock. Some renowned analysts, they're starting to speak up on SOS. They've been a bit quiet, but now they're starting to speak up. But guys, if you're late to the party, you want to wait for a pullback for a good enough entry. You don't jump on a train when it's moving, and you don't want to join the party when everyone's talking and having a good time. You want to join when there's a good time to join, right? And that good time is waiting for a dip. So I'll be talking on that on when there's a potential dip going to happen. The problem with SOS, guys, is there's so much hype on it, right? There's so much hype on it that this train may never stop. And guys, look at this. Guys, this is going to help you. Look at this. Just jumping back onto my Excel file with the analysis I've done and found, in fact, the average trading range for SOS at this point in time is near $1. What does that tell you? So it's roughly moving, the price moves roughly 95 cents per day. So this stock is in fact a great scalping stock as well, would you believe? Guys, this stock is a very good scalping stock. So I myself I'm obviously in this for the long term, but if anyone's new to this stock and wants to see what happens and catch some profit, it's a very good a scalping stock, because it moves roughly $1 each day, which allows you to catch those plays, right? So let me just go down to the smaller time frame, say the 5-minute time frame. Guys, can you see how these resistance and support levels would work so well for somebody scalping SOS? Can you just see this, guys? That's why I said to myself and the members there, if we come down to 530 and we hold this support level, no doubt I will be adding to SOS. But I just personally don't see this train stopping, and I don't see it coming down to 530. But that would be my personal level to add some money in. Even if we get to 489, I just don't see it coming back down anytime soon. But the price does like to swing in this range. But now with all this momentum and the cryptocurrency prices booming, it's hard for me to say it's going to come down, you know. It's hard. But if it does, then these are your resistance areas. These are your support areas you want to watch out for. 530, 489, catch those support levels, and those will be where you can jump into the party, and that's where you can start enjoying the profits with us, right? But just keep in mind, guys, if price comes down to 530, you want to keep on top of the news. You want to understand what's happening in the news. Is there anything dropping, causing the price to drop? Has cryptocurrency taken a hit? Is there some bad news on cryptocurrency? Follow the news carefully. I'll be sure to update you guys, especially on Instagram. So follow me there. I'll leave the link in the live chat so you guys can follow me on Instagram. And drop me a DM there if you have any questions. I'm happy to answer them. All right, Brandon, we got a new subscriber. Thank you so much for subscribing, supporting the channel. I had a question regarding Loan Depot. Recently going public last week, there's a lot of new IPOs there. We got Bumble. Bumble is one of the ones I was meaning to talk to you guys about. Bumble, it's catching some traction there on the news, guys. Obviously it's still a bit shaky here, but it's definitely up. It was up 7.32% on Friday. But yeah, just back to Brandon's question. Recently going public last week with mortgage rates at all time. Yeah, exactly. Mortgage rates are low. Do you see a huge growth in that industry this year? Brandon, are you talking from a US perspective? I'm guessing he is. Obviously he is. He's talking about US stock there. And do you believe more mortgage companies will follow in going public this year? That's a very good That's an interesting question, Brandon. I'll get into that just now. Just reading what Mr. Bongman has to say. I say thoughts on ABML. Yeah, I love that stock. Yeah, that's a good long-term stock, guys. I just want to touch on that stock, which Mr. Bongman has said, is that keep in mind, guys, I said this on the previous live, electrical vehicles only account for 20% of total car vehicle sales in the world. We are a long way from electrical vehicle adoption globally, right? There's only a few. When I asked you guys on the other live is let me pull that stock up, ABML. How many electrical vehicle charging stations are in your local area? Can you guys answer that? Say yes or no if you've spotted a electrical vehicle charging station in your local area, whichever city, whichever country. Tell me yes or no. Have you seen electrical vehicle charging stations? Most of you will say no, maybe in the major cities. Sean Thomas says 0. Thank you for commenting, Sean. Sean Thomas says 0. Now that tells you something, right? Because we are in the very early stages of adopting electrical vehicles. We are the early investors of electrical vehicles. There's a lot of old investors who are still invested in Daimler. Daimler own Mercedes, right? MSG says no. Biju says no. Welcome, Biju. You didn't say hello to us here, man. Welcome, Biju. Thanks for joining. Cadet says yes. Cadet, are you based in London? I'm supposing yes, because I'm in London. I can see some there. In our building, Zurich, at some malls, yes. Okay, there's a few, but it's not across the board. So when I'm discussing a stock like ABML, which is a lithium mining stock, right? Mr. Bongman, this will hopefully help you understand where I'm going with this. But because we're at the very early stages of adopting electrical vehicles, MSG says he's seen some in Vancouver. Very, very good. Okay, hey Jamie, welcome. SOS, yeah, we've been just talking about that, but I'm just touching on this now. So ABML, lithium batteries, right? So it is a growth stock. Lithium is directly correlated to the electrical vehicle industry. Now, if I'm telling you guys that 20% of vehicle sales made globally is only 20%, can you imagine the growth potential still yet to be had on stocks such as lithium, which is directly correlated with the growth of electrical vehicles? You see what I'm saying, guys? So obviously ABML has made huge growth because of the fact that the growth of the electrical vehicle space, but I see it as a long-term hold. I don't see any short-term play per se on this at the moment. I think it may continue to consolidate until it gets a new deal and some news comes out. But it's definitely a very good long-term hold here. I don't see it being affected. It is a penny stock. It is an OTC stock, ABML. But it's holding up these levels extremely well. Look how well it held the support here at 349. There's a strong support level here at 248. So I personally wouldn't have an entry in this because I don't see it having huge potential in the short term. But I need to check on the news for you. I need to check on the news. I need to do my own DD on this stock. But it's holding these levels very well, which tells me there's buyers are keeping the stock at this area, which I like. I like that. So I might have to do some more DD for you there, Mr. Bongman. Okay, so ESS, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos. Okay, just Craig. Welcome, Craig. Nice to have you back with us. Just about how about SBE? I love SBE. It's about to merge with ChargePoint. Yes. Finally, we got something to talk about. I am in SBE. I do hold SBE myself. I'm going to show you what I've been charting on SBE so you can see what's happening. It is trading in that huge channel, guys. If you guys remember, if you guys look at SBE, you'll see what I mean. Let me just go to the bigger time frame here on SBE. SBE is something I've been meaning to talk to you guys about. It did fall out of this range, but I'll show you what's happening. This was active. This upward trend was active, as you can see here, but now I'm going to remove it from the charts because it doesn't make sense. That technical analysis was crap, guys, so it doesn't really work. But I'll tell you what is working here. There is some huge amounts of consolidation, and when a stock consolidates like this, for me, there's obviously a lot of short-term investors here. Can you see what I'm saying, guys? There's a lot of short-term investors here. The reason being is because when you think about consolidation, right? This supply zone is crap. I'm going to remove this. As long time since I charted this, guys, so I'm recharting it now live for you. So the reason why I like to think about stocks from a psychological point of view, I try to think outside the box. And now when you're looking at a stock like this, which is consolidating, when it's consolidating in a huge range here, we're going from highs of 48 to lows of roughly 34. So what price move is that? So $14 move, right? That's a $14 swing here, and it's starting to squeeze in this area. But when I see big swings like this, that tells me there's a lot of buying and there's a lot of selling. There's a lot of buying here, short-term investors taking their profits, selling. So from a psychological point of view, buyers are stepping in, they're selling for quick profits. Buyers are stepping in, selling for quick profits. There's a lot of scalpers here. However, what that also tells me is people are waiting for some news. When consolidation happens, and that news is in fact that ChargePoint merger information. So just Craig, can you tell me, is there an update on that? Your thoughts on I love Gevo. Yeah, I love Gevo. Yeah, Gevo. I don't even know how to pronounce it. Is it Gevo, whatever? Gevo is probably the most appropriate way to pronounce it, right? So I'm just going to nip onto my favorite tool here. Look at SBE, right? SBE. Do we have any news on SBE? Guys, I consume too much information on a daily basis. So your thoughts on Gevo? Yeah, I'll touch on Gevo in a second. I just want to show you guys something, because when's that merger looking to be concluded? Do you know? Yeah, Ronaldo, 100%, dude. Just Craig, do you know when the merger is gonna get? I've been staying in the stock. I've not been monitoring the news on it, because I know it's very, very positive. The news is great. And that is going to be a huge, huge merger, right? Looks like there's a vote still going on, right? With Switchback. What about CLI? I am in CLII. Yeah, I like it. Spac merger, guys. CLII is a Spac. And I love SPACs. Guys, I just love SPACs. Yeah, I just love SPACs. Guys, the reason I want to touch on CCIV. Hey, Ewote. Nice for you to join us again, man. Nice to have you with us. Hope you're good. Okay, cool, man. You watch it back. Leave some comments on the live if you have any questions. Happy to answer those. The contender, yeah. So, quick one on SPACs, guys. CCIV. Some of you want a quick update on CCIV. The founder of CCIV and the guy who, I forgot his name now. He produces he creates all these different SPACs. He recently created a new SPAC called CCIV.U. Now, why would he create a new SPAC? What my thinking is, he's creating a new SPAC because he's about to conclude a merger with an old SPAC, which potentially is CCIV. So there is some... it has been making me think about CCIV quite a lot, right? Because if he's creating a new SPAC when there's no reason for him to create a new SPAC, he's probably creating that SPAC because the old SPAC is going to be obviously merged. So he's losing one. So he's creating a new opportunity. So that's something to think about, guys. Something to think about. All right. Okay. So Switchback, the latest Switchback Energy Acquisition Corporation, as it's otherwise known. So what was it saying? Okay, here's the latest news, guys, on Switchback. Switchback Energy Acquisition Corporation today announced that it convened and then adjourned without conducting any other business its virtual special meeting of stockholders, right? And to allow for more time for stockholders to vote their shares to reach the required quorum and approve the required proposals. The special meeting is being held to consider the proposed business combination between Switchback and ChargePoint and the related proposals as described in Switchback's definitive proxy. Okay, so it looks like there is a lot of support for the business combination with ChargePoint. At the time the special meeting was convened, approximately 99.9% of the proxies received had been voted in favor of the transaction. Guys, that Switchback is happening, guys. It is happening. Guys, read this. Guys, just read this, man. The deal is pretty much done. If 99.9% are voting in favor, then there you go, guys. There you go. It's only a matter of time, guys. We just have to be patient, right? This is what I read. I just left it in the live chat. Where is it? But the voting isn't done yet, is it? Well, what's it saying here? Okay, so at the time of the special meet, the voting isn't done per se. Formally, it's not done yet. But the people who attended the actual special meeting, which was just conducted there, 99.9% of them. So wait, no, actually, okay. So the voting hasn't officially been concluded, but of the ones received, Craig, of the ones received, 99.9 have already said yes. So 99.9 of the ones already received have already said yes. So it just really depends how many votes are they waiting on. Because if they've had 2 votes in and if they've had like 10 votes and 9 people have said yes and 1 said no, it's not a fair thing to say. But judging from the fact that they should have received most of their votes, right? So Switchback, guys, I love Switchback. I've been in this for a long time, and since the news of that merger, So we have to be patient, guys, because if that deal happens, man, oh man, it's gonna work out well for as a long-term position. I'll be holding it. Welcome to anyone on the live. Drop a like on this live. I'm answering your questions, guys. I'm answering your questions. Least you can do is help a brother out and drop a like on this here, and it would be much appreciated. The contender raises a very good fact here, guys. A very, very good fact. He's heard that there was about $80 billion invested in SPACs already in 2021 compared to a total of $40 billion in 2020. Guys, I want to talk you through why SPACs are huge. Guys, you need to understand why SPACs are huge opportunities. TTCF was a recent SPAC merger, guys. TTCF was a recent SPAC merger. Now, I want to show you what happened to TTCF. Are you looking at these charts here? The merger was confirmed around October for TTCF, and then it finally went through. When did it happen? Yeah, so TTCF had the merger concluded, and look what the share price did here for TTCF. It was a SPAC merger. I can't remember what the SPAC was. I love the name. I love the word SPAC. Does anyone love the word SPAC? It sounds like something rude, like you're gonna give someone a smack. Right? But SPAC, I love the word. But yeah, dude, generally SPAC, TTCF wasn't the most exciting merger, I must say. They're based in the food industry, right? But when you consider a SPAC such as electrical vehicles, such as CCIV, and all the other different SPACs out there, there is some huge opportunities with these SPACs, right? And some of these SPACs, such as CCIV, hasn't even been concluded. Would you believe the CCIV loose has not even been concluded? But look how fast the share price has gone up on CCIV. So just based off a rumor, you can make money on a SPAC. So get involved. I've got my own SPAC list, as you can see here, which is kind of reserved, unfortunately, guys, to the members. But I have my own SPAC list, which I'm watching and I'm invested in, and I can't wait. I literally cannot wait for all of those SPACs to turn. CLII, I'll give it to you because the contender contributed that. I am invested in CLII. Ibby, what's going on, Ibby? How you doing? Hope you're having a good weekend, man. Hope you're having a good weekend. Jeez, it's Sunday. Jeez. So yeah, I hope you our guys are doing well. Yeah, I already know about that stock. That's a good stock to be invested in. Yeah, dude, guys. So I hope you're getting some value here. Has anyone got any other questions? But the voting isn't done yet. Yeah, I've just touched on that. Ibby, how you doing? Any stocks you're looking at for next week? ARTL, guys. ARTL is going to have a lot of hype next week. ARTL was the most heavily traded stock on the market on Friday. It was experienced the most volume. I think it was like something crazy, like $1 billion shares of volume were traded on ARTL. So it had experienced the most amount of volume. So what I would say as well is a lot of guys, what you need to understand is institutions, they use the after hours and pre-market to buy up, whereas retail traders like me and you, we're trading during the market hours. Majority of institutional buying happens during those pre-market and after hour timings, right? So which is why on ARTL you saw this huge move up in pre-market, and then look what happened in market hours, absolutely nothing, right? But ARTL was one of those stocks which experienced the most volume on Friday, so I'll be watching that for next week, because something interesting potentially might happen. I need to do some more DD on the stock, but ARTL is definitely something I'll be watching. SOS potentially for some new dip buy opportunities, but I'm not in any rush to add more money in. I'm in pretty heavy, so there you go. Tilray had a huge sell-off, has finally found support and looks to be exhausted here. So Tilray is going to be on my watch as well, because I think is managing to sustain this area of support here at the $29 area, and that gives me good confidence that we've got buyers sitting at that $29 level. Hannah Tucker says HITIF and SOS. That's fine. that's absolutely fine. You don't need to have big positions. You don't need to have several positions. Why not? Why not have 2 positions? Why not have 1 position? You can do that. But yeah, look, Tilray is finding support here. So I want to see that this price holds well. I need to see this price hold well, because if it doesn't hold well, we could see some further lows here, and I don't really want to see that. So I'll be watching Tilray pretty closely. But yeah, the weed stocks have taken a hit this past week. SNDL being the other one. Anyone in SNDL? I'm interested to know. Do you know why SBE isn't climbing as fast as CCIV, even though it's also about to merge? Just Craig. The reason why is because it's already. It's similar to the fact that social media takes a huge. Has a huge role. It never used to be in investing. Social media obviously is a new thing to the investing world, but it's now having a massive effect on the stock market. Wall Street Bets is partly to blame for that. So CCIV is capturing so much attention on social media and capturing so many people's eyes that there's so much hype on it, right? But SBE has already made such a big move here, and most of the people who knew about SBE were already in it from towards the back end of last year, right? So it's already made the big move. It's already made the big move based on the rumor, and now is waiting for that merger deal to be concluded before making any newer highs. But I don't see investors stepping in yet. Just Craig, I just want to address that question you have. That no new buyers. There's not going to be huge amounts of buyers stepping into the market for SBE at this point until that deal and that merger happens. It's different for CCIV because I have my own opinions on CCIV, and I personally feel that there is some insiders that know more information. There's and they're using that to their own advantage, and there's people making personal gains there, right? And I have my own theories on that. So that's why I think SBE is not moving in the same direction as CCIV, is because partly because there's not enough hype on it. The vote hasn't been concluded, and it's already made huge gains, guys. Look at CC, like look at this, $13 all the way up to $48, right? So it's already made a big move. I don't know what else you guys need. What else you guys expecting on SBE? We need that merger to be concluded before we see any larger move. Buyers are not going to step into the market until they see that huge move happen. Nice upward trend here, which I had charted. I hope you guys like that. Can we have a moment to appreciate this? A chart appreciation moment. Upward trend. It's on a smaller time frame, probably scalping at some stage. All right. So yeah, I'm still bullish on weed stocks in general, guys. Just to mention on the weed stocks, guys, that the world hasn't given the medicinal and recreational use of marijuana its full go-ahead. There's no green light there. Few states have done it in the United States, but globally, there's not much traction there, right? And we're still a long way from that. So I see those stocks being more long-term holds at this point. I know they've sold off quite a bit. Let's pull up the charts on SNDL. SNDL, man, so much hype on SNDL, right? I think it was one of the highest trading stocks as well. One of the highest trading stocks was SNDL. This looks good though. When you look at the charts, if anyone's invested in SNDL, you want to make sure you keep charting the charts here, and understand where is the lowest possible point from here. Where's the lowest possible point? And this is a strong rejection of the support area, which tells me we're confidently holding this level. So it's going to be on watch, such as the same way Tilray was on my watch. There's a lot of people that lost a lot of money on these plays. That's why you don't go heavy in these speculative plays, guys, because you're just going to get burnt. But with a high as 486, geez, to come down to $2, insane. Lost 50% of its value. Yeah, SENS, I love SENS. I did make a video on that, guys. If you want to check out the video on SENS, by all means, I did provide a lot of value there on SENS. Yeah, I like it. This does not make sense. That should not be there. Sorry about that. Right, so yeah, SNDL looks very strong. I obviously had my levels charted here. It needs to break 434 as all-time high. I'll be watching that level very closely. For a quick... Yeah, I like SCNS. I do like it. SCNS is involved with like sort of diabetes monitoring systems for people who suffer from diabetes. So it's a great cause. They're doing great jobs there, and there's definitely huge demand for their product. So and they've got some huge deals, right? So that it's fantastic. I like the stock. But where do we go from here? That's a question. Let me see if I can pull up my Fibonacci levels, because I know you guys like those Fibonacci levels. I certainly do. Fib retracement, boom. Alright, I like it, I like it, I like it. Alright. I like it. Alright, price is trading in after hours there, 419. I see it going to 425 if it holds. If it holds, yeah. 435 being all-time highs. MSG is a good time to buy SBE right now. Well, that's personal preference. It's very subjective, because reading that article, let me see if I can send the link to the article so you guys can read that. Anyone interested in SBE, read this article. You guys will benefit from it. Fibonacci. You guys know about Fibonacci. Alright, so look at Hannah. Come on. Hannah's trying to flex on you guys. Guys, look at this. Hannah is trying to flex on you guys real quick. I wanna pin that Hannah. Because you're trying to flex on everyone, right? Real quick. Yeah, you need to pin that. Oh, we got Stock Journey. Mr. Stock Journey. Can we have a moment of silence for Stock Journey? The guy who copied my name. He copied my name, guys. But, you know, I won't file any sort of... I won't file any copyright claims there, Stock Journey. You know, I'll take it easy on you, right? Because you're on the other side of the pond here. I'm based in London, so... Let's just keep our jurisdiction separate, and I won't have to file any lawsuits against Mr. Stock Journey, because man, oh man, he copied that name. And he's there. Just look at his photo, guys. Look at Stock Journey, right? Look at his photo. He's smiling in this picture. He's smiling in this picture because he knew, man. He's trying to flex on me, man, with that Stock Journey name. Because arguably, I'll admit it, guys. Arguably, Stock Journey is a better name than Trader Journey. I'll put it out there, guys. I'll admit it. When I'm wrong, I'll admit it. Maybe I should have said it as Stock Journey. I think I should have said it as Stock Journey. I think I should have, right? But we'll give Stock Journey the benefit of the doubt. He has good intentions, right? And yeah, we do this every time, man. We bring this up every single live, guys. You guys who are veterans, you'll know. Me and Stock Journey, we have our little rifts going on. We've got a bit of beef going on, but let it be known, man. I should have named it Stock Journey. Hey, Mr. Stock Journey, you need to change that profile photo though. You can't be smiling like that at me, man. Every time I see you, man, smiling at me, smirking, cheesing on that photo, man. He's cheesing hard on that photo, Mr. Stock Journey. You're cheesing hard. All right, back to the stocks. All right, Hannah, man, you're just trying to flex on everyone because you got a good entry. You got a better entry than me. You're just trying to flex on everyone here, right? Wow. Okay, Hannah. All right. I need to pin that as well, man. Damn, you're making me pin all your messages, Hannah. Trying to flex on everyone with that early entry on SOS. You think you're cleverer than us, right? You think you're smart? Jeez, Hannah, man. Don't flex like that, man. Don't flex like that. All right, MSG. Is it possible ACB? Okay, let's have a look at ACB. So, guys, look at this. Guys, can I just quickly touch on SOS? I know I've been talking about it a lot. Just look at these Fibonacci levels, guys. Look at these Fibonacci levels. They work so well. Guys, they work so well. You need to use the Fibonacci levels, guys. You need to use it. If If SOS breaks 783, we see 855, guys. Guys, we just need 783 to break, and Mr. Fibonacci, the famous mathematician, is telling us 850 is on the horizon. 855, guys. I have 50k share. Dante Lewis, Mr. Dante Lewis is now trying to flex on Hannah. Guys. Mr. Dante Lewis, he's smoking a cigar all the way in Cuba. Guys, Mr. Dante Lewis is smoking a cigar all the way in Cuba, and he's trying to flex on us on the live. Guys, he's trying to flex on us on the live. He said he's bought 50k. I do love it. I love to see it. I'm going to have to pin that one as well. Hannah, you said you're going to drink a bottle of mayonnaise. So we're going to need to make sure that gets uploaded to YouTube when that happens. So I'm going to hold you to that, Hannah. I'm going to hold you to that. So Dante Lewis, he's been killing it. All right, let's look at what was the stock you wanted me to check. What was it? ACB or something like that? Yeah, MSG wants to see ACB. Okay. I haven't really done much DD on ACB. Look, guys, I just think cannabis stocks are going to take a hit for a while. I just don't see them recovering that quickly. They've all done the same thing. Every single cannabis stock, SNDL, right? Look at them. ACB. Look at Tilray. Where's Tilray? Look at this. They're all doing the same thing. So what I want you guys to do is monitor the news on marijuana stocks. Monitor the news on marijuana stocks and expect them to do the same thing. If one of them reacts quicker than the other, then chances are it's going to affect the whole industry, right? And I highly recommend you watch out for that. Watch out for that, guys. They're all following a similar trend. Now, it's just like the crypto world, guys. When cryptocurrency goes up, what happens to all the crypto mining stocks? They fly. They absolutely fly, guys. So you need to understand what affects these stocks. Sag, oh my God, we got Mr. Sag in the building, guys. Can we just have a moment of appreciation for Sag over here, because Sag was. I can't thank Sag enough, man. Like, he was very generous on the last live. He put some money away and he gave it to us, and thank you very much, Sag. All right, he's got a question. I feel like SOS is going a lot further than 45. Way past. Okay, I'm looking for a 2 bill market cap. Okay, wow. Now Sag is trying to flex on the team over here. He is telling us what his feelings are, and he's letting us know what his feelings are towards SOS, and he's not being shy, guys. He's not being shy. He wants SOS over 45. And you know what? I'm going to support him on it. I do want to see SOS over 45. And I want to see minimum. I want to see from SOS. Personally, I want to see $30. I want to see $30 on SOS. That's what I want to see. Whether that happens or not, we need to understand the variables. The variables are, we need cryptocurrency to still push. We need Bitcoin to push. Yeah. All right, so Neil, welcome, Neil. I remember having you on the live before. Thanks for joining, man. June Bugger, man, that is quite a last name there, man. June Bugger. Your first name is a month, which is June, and you got Bugger, which is absolutely epic. I love that name, June Bugger. June Bugger, make sure you join these lives. I want to pronounce that name more often. I'm happy to answer June Bugger's questions. My buy Sensonics when the market opens. Yep. IOTA, man, I haven't heard from that stock in a while. I do remember doing some DD on IOTA. Trader Journey. Oh no, I have to pin that, guys. I have to pin that. Trader Journey, guys. Any one of you that wants to make a little meme stock. If you want to make a meme trend, we got Trader Journey. You're funny, man. You're funny. BTC to 400k. Kathy Wood is my babe. Yeah, I like Kathy Woods. You know, she features on my thumbnails very regularly, as you guys understand and know and have come to know. Kathy Woods. Maybe one day, if we're big enough, we can invite Kathy Woods onto this live and have a nice discussion with her. How about that, guys? I've had a few YouTubers reach out. They want to have some conversations on the live with me. Maybe I do that as well, guys. Maybe I have conversations with each and every one of you. and we invite you onto the live somehow. Saj, I'm not the one providing valuable free content. Look at Saj. Guys, look at Saj. Come on. Look at him. Look at him, man. He wants a high five, doesn't he? Well, you know what, Saj? You're going to get a high five. How do I add a high five here? Saj, you're getting a high five from me. Here we go. No, actually, Saj, tell me what you want to eat, because I'm cooking something. Saj, here's a, you know what? Saj, you being good, man. So here's a pineapple. I want to send you a pineapple. Guys, watch this, guys. I want to send pineapple. Saj, here you go. Saj, there's a pineapple on the house. Saj, pineapple on the house for you, my friend. All right, back to the stock size. So what do you want me to check? We had SOS. We got yeah, okay. AMC. Guys. Can we not talk about AMC, man? Dude. Kathy Wood looks like my mom. She was middle class. Man, you guys crack me up. Saj, I knew you were you're a pineapple dude, man. You're a funky dude, man. Only cool dudes eat pineapples. And there you go, my friend. Okay, so Brian, Gevo. All right, let's have a look at Gevo. I know that was up and coming. Someone mentioned it earlier in the live. Oh my goodness. I've been promoting HTBX. Well, not on the YouTube, actually. Personally, to the members, I've been talking about HTBX. I'll tell you when I've been in HTBX, and you'll see how much gains we've made on HTBX. I think I'm 160% HTBX. Sebastian says, welcome, Sebastian. I remember you from the previous live. All right, here's our levels. You guys know I love Fibonacci levels. I taught you guys the Fibonacci levels last live, so I hope you guys are using it to your advantage. Good for scalping, good for some short-term gains as well. Is SOS going to hit 45? I can't tell you that, guys. I can't tell you that. I have my own predictions. I have my own feelings, and I think long-term, the opportunities are endless for SOS. I think it's heading straight to the moon. Whether it hits 45, that's a very, very, very specific target, Sebastian. If you said to me, Sebastian, is it going to hit that $30 to $40 range? Maybe I'll have a better answer for you. But you're very specific there, and I don't like that question, unfortunately, Sebastian, because you're asking me a very specific question if it's going to hit 45. And no, Sebastian, man, you're being too friendly, right? Murray, guys, look at this guy. Now, Murray's got the same last name and the same first name. You know, he's got the same last name and he's got the same first name. That you know, that I'm gonna have to send you a kangaroo, Mr. Murray. You get a kangaroo on the house here. Here you go, my friend. There you go. You get a kangaroo for that. You get a hop, skip, and jump on that Murray name. All right. So here's what I'm thinking on GEVO. Look how bullish it's been, guys. Oh man, you know, it's been so bullish, guys. It's just, this train is not stopping. It's just not stopping. Let me just see what I can do here. Let's see what I can do here for you guys, because I know you're interested. You see what's going on, guys? Do you see what's going on here? I don't need to spell it out here. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my, guys. Oh guys, I can't tell you any more than this. Guys, you just need to look at this chart and tell me what's happening. There's no negative news surrounding GEVO. They're heading to a new galaxy. They're heading to a new galaxy. Yeah, we're gonna call you Murmur. Yeah. Yo, Stock Journey, you actually got some jokes. Hey, you got some good jokes, man. I like you, man. I like you, but you need to change that profile photo, Stock Journey, because you're just cheesing. You're cheesing crazy in that photo. Look at the smile on that Stock Journey photo, guys. Can you see that? He's cheesing from ear to ear. He's smiling from ear to ear there, Mr. Stock Journey. You're pretty proud of that name, right? You're pretty proud of that name. So I think Gevo, the way it's been reacting to this upward trend, here's the plan on GEVO. I was once in GEVO and I sold it because I found a better opportunity, which in fact was not a better opportunity in hindsight. So that tells you something about patience, right, guys? So in this specific instance where you're having this upward trend, you want to be buying at the dips here, buying at the trend line. So, in this instance here, we bounce the trend line. GEVO bounced the trend line. And when do we see a correction? That's the question. Because anytime it comes back to the trend line, that will be the opportunity. If it holds the trend line, that's the opportunity to buy in. I like it though. I really like GEVO. It's been doing so well. So well. And just from the earlier news there on the 19th of November, it's just continued to grow at a crazy rate, right? So great long-term hold. Great long-term hold. Mr. Murmur asks, lol, check out Banter stock. He wants us to talk about some banter. Okay, Pop Squash, man, what a name. Stock Journey has the face of someone who got into Tesla pre-split. Oh, yes he does. Mr. Stock Journey, you got that face that Hannah would smile about when Hannah was smiling, when she was flexing on you guys with that $1.70 SOS entry. Alex, welcome Alex. Long time no speak. So yeah, Hannah, you're cheesing as well. I can see your profile. Hannah, don't think you got away with this, because Hannah, we can see that you're definitely making fun of us, smiling there, making fun of us that you're flexing on us with that SOS entry. But GEVO, guys, a very good long-term hold. Fundamentals look good. Technical look very good with this upward trend. I would be buying in at a potential dip to the trend line, so stay tuned on that one. It's so going to go up to 30.50. What are you talking about? What stock are you talking about? You talking about GEVO? Yeah. The way it's been running like this, say no more, guys. SENS. I keep flicking from these stocks, but there's a lot of questions. This was a perfect breakout opportunity. I didn't make the most of this, but this breakout opportunity was fantastic. This triangle here. Look how you would have banked on this, guys. You would have banked crazy on this. You could have played this breakout here at the triangle as it squeezed and as it got towards the end of that triangle. Man, I love the look of this. I love it. Oh, Sebastian, you meant SOS. Okay, 30 to 50, that's a better range. And I would like to say yes. But what I'm waiting for, Sebastian, is I want to see them announce their results, which happens first week of March. So when SOS announce the results, I do obviously have these short-term profit targets, which is 886. But for me personally, to see the long-term profit targets such as $30 hit, I need SOS as a business to sustain themselves. I want them to improve their I want them to improve their balance sheet. You guys have been seeing this, right? Look at this. Look at the balance sheet, guys. Look at the balance sheet. I want them to improve this balance sheet. I want to see more cash. I want to see bigger assets. I want to see lower liabilities. I want them to improve their liquidity. I want them to turn to a profitable business as well. So I'm waiting to see this. I want to see what their results are for December, year ended December. I want to see this. When I'm happy with that, guys, then we're talking bigger plays, right? We're talking bigger money, we're talking higher highs, and we're talking bigger profit targets. But guys, we have to keep following this stock. That's why I'm going to keep updating you on the channel. I'm going to keep updating you about the channel. I am in GSAT at the moment, which is a great stock. INUV, I've been in there, but I sold out. No, actually, I'm still in INUV. Sorry, I'm still in INUV. So guys, I need to keep you guys posted on the news, because anything can affect a stock like this. Not anything, sorry. Cryptocurrency can affect a stock like this. So if you're not keeping up to speed with it, something's gonna happen, right? Something's gonna happen, and it's not. And we need to pay attention to that. I want Elon to dump his entire net worth into BCC. Yeah, we all want that, Hannah. We all would very much like him to do that. But that move which he did, throwing 1.5 billion, that's insane. Guys, you don't understand what that's done for the world, right? Hopefully businesses such as Oracle, maybe even Apple, I expect them to follow suit. I would like them to follow suit and start accepting Bitcoin. There was one business years and years ago accepted Bitcoin as a form of payment. Well, tons of businesses have accepted it as a form of payment, right? But there was one particular business, I think it was Expedia. Was it Expedia? Yeah. It was, in fact, I think it was Expedia, the business, who started accepting Bitcoin. Was it Expedia? Let's have a look. Yeah, I remember years ago, Expedia. Yeah, look at, guys. Oh my god, look at this. I can't believe I found the same article which I read back in 2014. Look at this, guys, look at this. Guys, you tell me, you think, some people in here think Tesla were the first business to officially accept Bitcoin. Look at this article, guys. I've just left the link, right? And the article says, back in June 2014, Expedia to accept Bitcoin payments for hotel bookings. That was back in 2014. Can you imagine that, guys? Can you imagine that? Insane. All right, thank you for that piece of information, Harish. Oh man. So yeah, SENS. How about covered all those stocks already. All right, guys. So I think I'm going to end the live here. It's been a short live, but we're going to do this tomorrow, and we're going to keep you guys posted with all the most exciting plays. And yeah, I really appreciate all your support. Make sure you drop me a like on this video. Make sure you subscribe, guys. We're going to catch some crazy plays. I mean, SOS being one of them, of course. Still lots of potential there, as we have talked about. CCIV. I am I'm sitting on the edge of my seat here, guys. I'm sitting on the edge of my seat. CCIV, it's got to be imminent. It has to be imminent. Trading at that $40 range, we are expecting something soon. Thanks, Brian. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everyone. So enjoy it, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you, Philip. Thank you. Oh man, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. And we'll catch you on the next one. Drop me awesome Saj. Thank you so much. Contender, thank you, guys. Leave me a message on Instagram. The link is there. If you guys want any other help or if you want to get involved in some discussions. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, guys. Bye, Hannah. Stop flexing on that SOS, guys. Tell Hannah, stop flexing on that entry on SOS. We know you did well, Hannah. Stop flexing on us. All right. Be more humble, man. Be more humble. And we'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks very much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.